Welcome to my high voltage hustle.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
You'll see me bid on my parts car. Woo-hoo! And you'll see this gorgeous mini truck come alive. Well, before you start tearing it apart, stop. I'm Bailey. I'm an educator, builder, and DIYer, and in this series, you'll join me as I rip apart a Nissan Leaf and install its electric powertrain into a 79 Datsun mini truck. I've wired a lot of powertrains, but this will be my first EV swap from start to finish. Come watch me learn as I go and laugh at my mistakes. So plug in, grab some popcorn, and join the hustle. All right, I want to take a minute to talk about the used transmission assembly that I have purchased. Shout out to Miata Parts Warehouse, as well as Ethan over in Queen Creek, who had a really nice 94 NA transmission. It only had, he said, about 90,000 miles on it, which is awesome. The only thing that he's repaired on it is taken the plastic or rubber bushing that was here and replaced it with the 5X Racing brass bushing. So hopefully that will really reduce slop, make my shifting a little bit tighter. So excited about that. It looks pretty good. I think it's in good working condition. The car that he took it out of was gorgeous. He wanted to upgrade from a 5-speed to a 6-speed. So he said it worked fine. He was just looking for an upgrade. And based on the way that his cars look, it looks like he takes care of them. So I'm really excited to have bought a transmission from him. So this will be our Datsun transmission. And then I want to talk a little bit about the other things that I purchased. So this here, it's heavy. It's really only 9 pounds, but it still feels heavy. So this here is my Fidenza flywheel that I got from the Miata Parts Warehouse here in Arizona. And what I'm excited about for this is that it is not the stock cast iron flywheel. So the stock Miata flywheel is usually anywhere from like 20 to 22 pounds. Oh, let me put it down without crushing my fingers. But this flywheel, the aftermarket one, is all aluminum, and it's only about 9 pounds, as I said. So what's going to be really great about that? Well, one, every pound matters in this build, so I thought it was a good way to shave off a few pounds. And then I'm hoping that the lighter one will allow it to be a little bit more responsive to throttle, allow it to rev just a wee bit more. The downside is that, Newton's laws, right? F equals ma. So if you have a little less weight of that rotational force, little less inertia, which means that it could have less torque off the line. But considering how much torque my EV motor has, I'm not really too worried about it. But I'll be curious to test that out once it happens. So that's really cool. Then I also got from the Miata Parts Warehouse, because the Datsun is an automatic, I'm gonna need a pedal. So found myself a Miata clutch pedal in full assembly, and even like a cute little master cylinder with its reservoir. I think the truck now had a aftermarket wire for those Kmart lights running through the hole that was their stock for the clutch assembly. So I already removed that wire harness so that I can use this instead. I hope, it's a little big, but just like a Miata, there's not a lot of space under there. So I'm hoping that it'll fit just fine. So now what's next is I'm working with Evolution Motor Company down in Tucson, Arizona. They are working on an adapter plate for me, and I can get together and start some test fitting soon. Welcome. I don't even know how to start. This guy came up from Tucson. Tell us about who you are. What's your business?
I'm Evolution Motor Company. My name is Rocky Hernandez. I met Bailey through the Legacy EV training a couple of years ago, I think we took it.
Yeah, it's been like 2023, I think.
Yeah, my son and I both went. We really enjoyed it. And then I've just kind of kept in contact with Bailey over the years. As you started High Voltage Hustle, I also started Evolution Motor Company. That's kind of my 5 to 9. My 9 to 5 is a mechanical engineer for a defense contractor designing missiles. And so I felt that there was a good need in the industry for people to have access to really high quality, well thought out solutions for their EV conversions.
And I'm so excited to try it out.
Right.
So you've basically taken your knowledge of building missiles as a mechanical engineer, and now you're creating adapter plates. Now, this one's going to be for a Nissan Leaf. Like, what other things are you doing in your business?
So this version uses a clutch. My initial version used no clutch. Bailey asked, can we do a clutch? I says, sure. So we whipped this up. So these are available once we get kind of proven in, but then we're also going to do cradles for large drive units, small drive units, and even any other transaxle type motor that somebody wants, and that'll fit into a C6, a Corvette C6 independent rear suspension geometry. It's not the factory cradle. We will design the cradle, but we'll utilize the suspension components from that. So you can basically get our cradle and go to the junkyard and get all the control arms, the steering, the knuckles, everything you need, and then that'll mount up your motor, and you can swap that into any chassis that you're building. So that's kind of the end goal. Is we'll start off with high quality engineered parts that you can integrate into your own project, and then long term it's more we will build entire chassis for whatever vehicles. Specifically, we have some vehicles identified, so we'll have chassis for various vehicles that you can swap under, and it's a full EV conversion that you can take your body and just put it on there.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited that we were actually able to connect about doing the prototype of the clutch version of this adapter plate. Anyone who's in the EV conversion industry knows that there's not a lot of people out there that are doing this that you can buy these from. So really excited for Rocky's business to kind of take off and help the conversion community, so we have less wait time for all the adapter plates from like the one company that makes them right now. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what is in front of us and what all these things are? What are they made of? What are their purpose?
Yeah, so this is, like Bailey had said, meant for a Nissan Leaf. We picked the transmission, the mating transmission, to be a Miata. And the reason why we picked that is because it's readily available. They're everywhere, they're inexpensive. That's why people use the Leaf. Yeah. It's inexpensive, so why would you put a crazy transmission next to that? So we found that the Miata seems to work fairly well. So this is all 6061 aluminum. This is a 1/2-inch plate. This is the one that goes to the actual Miata transmission. So this bolts up to the Miata transmission. This bolts up to the Leaf. We've got all the proper dowel pins. We've fit checked these already, so everything is precision fit. All the dowel pins line up, snap into place as they should. This is a ring that will bolt on here. There is that basically separates this plate from this plate here. This part here has a bearing that locates on this diameter and acts as the crankshaft would from the factory Miata engine block. So what you wind up with, actually this is all backwards. What you wind up with is, it looks kind of like this on the motor side. So when you bolt this up to your Nissan Leaf, you're staring at this situation. And then your clutch, your pressure plate bolts right to this just like it would on a Miata engine. The trick with all this is aligning the shafts, the output shaft of the motor with the input shaft of the transmission. That has to be pretty precise. Like 2 to 3 thousandths, 2 to 5 thousandths what I was reading in concentricity. This does that. So if we have this part here, and I won't put this on here yet, but this little cool tool right here aligns this ring with the Leaf motor output shaft. Once you've aligned this, take it out, you'll have this here. There's a bearing, like I said, that holds this in place with this. And I know this is a lot of word salad.
No problem.
And when you see it, it'll make more sense. But basically the goal is to align this part right here with the output shaft of the motor. Once you've aligned it with this tool, then you put it on the transmission and you align it to the actual transmission itself. So now it's not just 2 thou concentric, it's right there. So it's perfect alignment.
I feel like I just have like a shit-eating grin as you're saying this. I'm so excited.
So then this bearing is what's called an angular contact bearing, which is meant not just to withstand radial loads like this, like if this is your axis of rotation.
Yeah.
Most bearings withstand radial loads like this. This bearing can do radial and axial loads.
Oh, good.
Because you need that so that when you apply the clutch, you're actually pressing the clutch axially into the shaft of the motor.
Right.
Those leaf motors aren't meant to do that. This bearing is.
Okay.
So
it'll take all of that excess force and distribute it correctly.
So what you get is a solution that is meant to work not just a little bit for 10,000 miles. This should be, the goal is the solution is damn near close to like an OEM type thing.
Cool.
As I said, I'm an engineer. All the things that I use at work to design missiles to survive in -45°C. Sorry, this is like C, but
no,
really, really cold to really, really hot.
We use metric in this car because it's Japanese, so that's fine.
So all the bolt torques are defined. The thread engagement is understood. Structural analysis has been done. I even took all the vibration profiles that are typically used by all the OEMs, subjected it virtually, this plate to that, to make sure that everything will survive, and it will survive in perpetuity.
Now, how many hours of prototyping do you think you've already put into this plate?
In virtually probably hundreds.
Yeah.
But this is the first time that we've made it. So, like we talked about earlier, this is the very first one. I haven't even put it all together yet.
I'm excited.
But the other one that my colleague Don has used, we've put that together several times. And in and out of vehicles and things like that. But
tell us about what makes the clutch version different from the one you've used before.
So integrating the clutch is a big challenge to do it right. A lot of you can hang the clutch off the output shaft and it'll work, and you can drive down the road and all that. But to make that live and perform in relevant environments, not just in Tucson or in Phoenix, but in where it snows in Michigan or whatever, to make that all work all the time requires a lot more thought. So the difference is between the one with no clutch and this one is primarily integration of the clutch, obviously. But what that takes is your alignment needs to be not just good to go between the output shafts, but between the clutch plate itself. And so how we align that, it needs to be similar to what other people are already familiar with. So what I don't want to do is create something that people are like, what is this like contraption that you have? This should be, anybody that's worked on a clutch should be able familiar. To also do this. Also assembly sequence, you'll see. It takes, you have to do this and then align it and then tighten it and then do that and align it and then, but then when it's done, and you only have to do that once. Rad.
Well, I think that's enough talking about it. Let's go do the thing.
Sounds good. Like I was saying earlier, this one can withstand, it's all ceramic ball, and it can withstand thrust loads like this and radial loads like this, but you have to load it in the right direction. Otherwise it'll just pop apart.
Directional? Oh, wow.
So
how do you know which way is the right way?
So if you notice this inner race, this is the inner race, this is the outer race. The inner race on this side is much thicker. If we flip it over, look how skinny it is right there. So it's assembled this way. So it's meant to take loads in this direction.
Where the fat part one is.
And you'll kind of note like if you push it and rotate it,
you can feel the kick.
You can watch, try it. Push in that way and then feel it. You'll kind of see it's nice and smooth, and flip it over and do it. It's a little grady.
Oh, I do feel that.
Okay, cool. I gotta feel it. You get this assembled, this adapter can walk around free.
Right.
You can take it apart, put it over there, and it's just like you don't have to do all this shit every time.
Dude, I'm thinking we might have to do clutch on ours.
Maybe.
All right.
So remember, this part, the force from the clutch force is going this way, right? Because when you activate the clutch pedal, the pressure plate, the throw-out bearing is going to push this way. So you have to put this surface in.
There,
All right, and so this diameter is smaller than this diameter by like 2 thou,
Okay.
so that you can easily install it. Right here, you can just kind of throw it on, but when you get to here, it's a little more
When
precision.
you say 2 thou, you mean 2 thou of a millimeter or
Of an
centimeter?
inch, of an inch.
2,000 Americans.
Yeah, Americans.
So then now you have to take a snap ring and put it in there, and that holds it in place.
Cool.
Wait, did I do this wrong? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that way.
Yeah.
In the cabin somewhere.
So you'll notice this little snap ring groove.
Yep.
It's just like
Perfect
everything
fit.
else, right? So we put it there. Hopefully it goes in. I've never done this before. Oh, baby. Nice.
I like
Very
that
nice.
sound.
Looks like it's good. Of course, you want to be careful of this seal so that it doesn't.
So
And
that
then-
snap ring is the only thing keeping it from recessing more.
Yeah.
And maybe the pressure of the
Yeah.
throwout bearing once we get that on.
Once it's on there.
Okay.
So it should be, this bearing seats on here. Also, this is going to center up. You see, it kind of move like this.
Yep. Yep.
That's what
we
we're doing
want
right
that,
now.
Yeah.
so that you can center up this shaft
And
to
have
the
a
other
little bit
one.
of play.
That's what
yeah.
that little plastic tool does.
Cool.
When we, all right, so that's behaving as it should.
I'll shake it
about
like
this.
that just to, just to get it to settle.
Go to your home. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at.
Evolution Motor Company. We make precision parts for your EV conversions, engineered to perform and survive in the harshest environments. Structural and thermal analysis capabilities to ensure all your requirements are met. If it absolutely must work in the worst environment, you can trust that Evolution Motor Company will ensure that it does.
If you're interested in any of the products that we manufacture, or if you have a design that you need help with, give us a call. We can help you.
That is such an awesome setup.
I'm so excited. Oh, look at this view. First fucking test fit. Baby in the sunshine. Battery in the back. Oh my god. Gear shift in the right spot. All right, we are going to install the throwout bearing in my Miata transmission. So I just want to walk you through first what I'm about to do because I've got to take the fork out. So take a look in here. I disconnected my transmission from the motor. So there we go. And now inside here, you can see here is my fork and the bearing is going to fit right there. Let me try to stay stable right there on the fork with these two little clips. So the first thing I need to do is the ball, which is behind here, is held in place with these, one on the top and one on the bottom. So I'm gonna pull those tabs out so that then the fork has enough room to really give me a lot more ease to access it to get the bearing on. So let's get to it. All right, look at that nasty grease. Oh, so I am installing my throwout bearing. So went in and cleaned up my fork there. Still got to do the outside. Ignore how dirty that is. But cleaned up the fork. Made sure to just re-grease the ball that was back here. Cleaned this up, re-greased it, and then threw the brand new throwout on. So now, check that out. Oh, looking good. Beautiful. Ready to reinstall. Okay, what are we working on today? And that is Speedo gears. So first things first, the Miata transmission that I got on Facebook Marketplace ended up being an electric and not cable driven Speedo gear. It was a 21 tooth, and try as I might, I could not find a 21 tooth that was cable driven. So good old eBay, I hit up this guy. First off, look at this gent's handwriting. So on eBay, I got a 92 Miata 23 tooth cable driven Speedo gear, and look at this fit. Oh, so this is the truck's cable from the speedometer. It fit like a glove into the 23 tooth cable gear, and then that bad boy just fits so perfectly right in. So really excited about that. I ran the math, and switching from a 21 gear to a 23 gear was going to lower the accuracy of my speedometer by like 8 or 9%, but I was looking to upgrade the tires anyway. So I ran a couple of options because it really depends on the spacing of the battery in the back. I can either upgrade to a 15-inch tire to kind of gain back some of that accuracy on my speedometer, or I can stay at a 14 and go for a fatter tire, because right now these are really skinny. They're like 195. So if I up it to 215 or even 235 if it fits, I can get it almost back to perfect. So really depends on the battery and fitment in the back on what tire option I go to. But whether I do 14-inch or 15-inch tires, I at least have an equation now to where I can use the 23 tooth Speedo gear and my speedometer will be accurate. So tiny project, big win. And what's great is this Speedo gear was, man, it was like $40. So really happy that I'm able to reuse the cable in the truck and not even touch my speedometer and keep that analog dash. That's something I really wanted to do. Big win.
There's some rock to it anyways.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.